let's go to your friend, my friend, and the world's friend. Everybody's friend, Pearl, out of Chi-Town. The one and the only Pearl Davis. Hey, Pearl. Pearl.
Hello?
Is this Pearl?
Yeah, this is. Hi, Jesse.
Hey, how you?
I'm good. How are you?
No woman is good. All is well.
Yeah, everything's good. I'm not in Chicago anymore, though. I moved.
Oh, you did? You finally moved?
Yeah, I moved. You remember? Yeah, I told you. I was at my parents' house, and then I was like, I guess I'll move out. So,
So, what is it like now that you moved out?
I don't know. It's only been a few days, so it's
Oh,
been cool
okay.
so far. Yeah. No, because I was demonetized for a year, so I went home, and then now they remonetized me, so I'm back.
Yeah.
Joyce Jeff Media.
Well, I wish you well.
Thank you. Thank you. It's interesting because I saw your tweet about Charlie Kirk's wife taking over the movement,
Yeah.
and I was thinking the same thing, but I don't know. She just had her husband die, so I didn't really say anything because I was like, maybe I should just sit this one out. But I was thinking the same. I was like, sorry, I don't mean to make light of it, but it was I when I saw your tweet, I was thinking the exact same thing because it's just kind of weird to I don't know, it's just kind of weird the way people have gone about it. It just feels like they're making money off of his death, and I don't know, it's just kind of weird to me.
Yeah. It's not love, that's for sure.
Yeah.
And let's say that and this woman was mourning. She was like as sad as the people think that she were, right?
Hmm.
Why would she take a moment like that to insert herself into a man's role? You know, who think about that when they're grieving over their husband?
Yeah, that was kind of my thought too.
Yeah.
I just don't think putting a woman in charge is really a good idea. I just have only seen that go south for everything ever.
Yes. If they put
Um,
her in as leadership of charge uh, organization, it's going to be over. It's over. It's not going to work.
yeah. Do you think there's ever a time when women should be in, or because you see a lot of women now stepping in men's roles? Is there ever a time when they don't have kids that you think that's okay?
No, a woman should never be head of a man, of men,
Yeah, I agree.
because
I
it's
agree.
just not
Yeah.
in her nature. And every time it happens, the men suffer for it. For an example, look at what's happening in my country right now. They're giving these positions, leadership positions to women. These women are taking jobs away from men. They're hiring other female with crazy ideas. And the world, they're accepting things that men would never accept. And things are only getting worse. Nothing is getting better.
Yeah.
Everything
Do you
you
know
can
what? You're
think of, Pearl, is breaking and falling apart.
No, do you know what? You're one of the only other people that says that because I always say it's not going to get better. I think it's just going to get worse.
Yes.
And I don't see, and things will happen, events like this, and people get emotional and they think things will change. But the thing is, I've followed the pro life movement from the time I was young. My mom was very pro life, and I went to that stuff when I was young, and I've only seen women kill more babies over time, and they would always sell to me that it was going to get better, and I'm like, I don't know. Now they're publicly they're literally taking videos of their abortions. I
Yeah,
don't know,
that's a good
guys.
point.
No, and that's the thing. So I would watch the pro life movement take money from people and kind of sell you hope, and you would think it would get better. But then, I met a girl. I've met women that have had 4 abortions,
Yeah.
and they don't care. And I'm like, I don't see them I don't see any repentance. I don't see. I don't know. I just and that's kind of what I see with this is I don't predict that this will really improve much
No, it
because
won't.
I don't think women will give up the power that we have, even in his organization, you could say, but also in society. I just don't see women giving up power. I don't. Why would they? Go ahead.
They won't. And you mentioned this quote unquote pro life movement when a long time ago the movement was under the control of men. But then the men allow women to get in and take it over, and it just went to hell in a handbasket. It got worse. It did not get better. I literally know women now who have had so many abortions, I don't even want to count them. It just got worse. And then they have these morning after pills, and they have all this kind of stuff going on. It didn't get better. It got worse.
Well, and they celebrate the people that made the worst decisions too. So there's no incentive to be a good person. Because, if these movements, a lot of times, they just this doesn't apply in maybe Kirk's case, but for the pro-life movement, they'll hand the microphone to, women that had, 5 abortions, and then they're like, oops, sorry. And I'm like, what's the incentive? What's the incentive to not do that if you just hand the microphone to the people that, made the worst life decisions ever?
Yeah, that's a good point. Absolutely. What a mess.
Yeah, but
the emotions going to die down with the Charlie Kirk situation. The emotions are going to die down. They're not going to be all fired up the way they are right now. It will fade. And then you're going to see the reality of this woman take over, his wife takes over. It's not going to work. Men are going to walk away from it. People going to she's going to make bad decisions for it. It's just not going to work at all.
What do you think this means for YouTubers and content creators? I think this is going to change the precedent forever, because I think this is something that is always going to be in the back of conservatives' heads. Do you think that, do you think it's going to change the way people make content forever?
That's a good question. I hadn't thought about that because I'm not as familiar with content and all that kind of stuff. So I don't know at this point, to be honest. I'm not as caught up on all that as Hake and the Anchor Baby you guys are. So I just don't know. What do you think about that, Hake? Of the Hake Report?
I'm going to try to be nice and disavow everything. I don't know. There's guys who are digging in more. There's this guy who was on my show. He's a young man. I'm blanking on his name. I was just looking at him. But he's kind of digging in more, talking on college campuses. Should people get killed for their opinions? But I think it is a concern for a lot of people.
What do you think, Anchor Baby? You a content creator?
I hadn't thought about it, to be honest. So hearing Pearl's question is interesting. I didn't think about changing personally, for example, any of what I'd be doing.
Yeah.
Not saying that I should or shouldn't. I just hadn't thought about that.
It definitely
I
messes
guess
with me.
if I put it this way, Jesse, if you were to do a college tour, because I've seen you do debates and stuff like that. Personally, if I was going to go out with a crazy sign or something like I've done before, I'm going to have to think twice. And I would imagine that if you guys did a college tour or something like that, you probably would too.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
I see what you mean by that. Absolutely.
It's kind of after 9/11, there was TSA in airports forever.
Yeah.
It's kind of a similar thing. I feel now it's after this, they almost won in a way because conservatives are going to have to think twice.
Yeah.
They're going to be violent and we won't.
And you probably see less men on the street things happening too, because these people have guns and they are violent and they don't care, and they have that anger, and it's nothing for them to try to take you out now. What a mess, Pearl.
I know. The other question I had, you always talk about not being angry back. Do you
Yes.
ever think that at times, how do I put it? Is it ever weak to walk away from a fight?
Now, if you mean physical fight, that has to be determined during the situation. You may have to walk away because you can get killed or what. But if you mean spiritual fight, when you lay your weapon down and you never, ever, ever, ever get angry, you're not walking away. You're just not participating in evil, because evil wants you to participate so it can stay alive. And so you're not walking away. You're letting the light of God fight the darkness for you. We can't do anything about a spiritual fight. It's not up to us.
Yeah. I was just curious because it just seems like they get more violent because they know that conservatives aren't going to do anything back,
No, they get more violent because they know conservatives are going to do something back. They know that the conservative Christian people are going to overreact in one way or another. If the conservatives just ignored them, then they would go away and they would fight each other.
Oh, it's kind of like nagging women in a way.
Yeah, right.
Like, they're like women nag, and then you just, like, if you fight back, then it gets worse. And if you ignore them,
Absolutely.
and we just eat each other. Like, oh, God.
That's right. And I promise you, if the conservative people, if they were true conservative and true Christians, they would not fight back. And those people that come after them, they would have to walk away and they have to turn on each other. They will fight each other.
Yeah.
Because evil needs a thrill. It needs a reaction.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree.
Amazing. Pearl, I appreciate you calling me. Tell the folks how to get to your show, your site.
Oh, yeah. If you guys want, I do streams every night. It's Pearl Daily on YouTube, Spotify, and on Twitter, Pearly Things with a Z.
Well, you stay with what you're doing. I know you're hated for what you're doing, but some people love it. So stay with it, stay with it, stay with it. Did you forgive your mother?
Yeah, I told you I did.
Oh, good. How did that go?
I mean, she crashed out.
Amazing.
It's always a crash out.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, because of time, I got to run, but good to hear from you.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Anytime.
Okay, all right, bye.
Bye now.